Have you ever heard the phrase dirt poor? It's not just a figure of speech. There were times in history when peasants really did eat dirt, literally, but why on earth would anyone do that? Let's dig into the surprisingly grim yet fascinating story behind dirt eating during famines. Picture it, it's the Middle Ages. Crops have failed. There's no bread, no potatoes, no backup plan, just hungry bellies and desperation. Now, when I say dirt, I'm not talking about grabbing a handful from your garden and munching on it. The real story is a bit more complex and honestly more interesting. This practice has a name, geophagy. Humans have done it for centuries and not just during famines. In some places, eating certain types of clay or earth was believed to help with digestion or to provide minerals missing from the diet. But during times of famine, it took on a much darker purpose. Peasants, when faced with absolute starvation, sometimes turned to a specific kind of dirt. Clay chalk soil rich in minerals. Why? Well, eating dirt can make you feel full, at least for a little while. That sensation of fullness could ease the pain of hunger, even though it doesn't actually provide any real nutrition. In some cases, people thought the minerals in the soil might help keep them alive just a bit longer, but let's be clear, this was always a last resort. Eating large amounts of earth can cause all sorts of health problems, from stomach cramps to poisoning or deadly infections. Historical accounts from places like Ireland during the Great Famine or even China in the 20th century describe people mixing clay or mud with water and shaping it into cakes. These mud cakes were then dried and eaten, not because they tasted good, but because there was simply nothing else. And it wasn't just about staving off hunger. Eating dirt was also a way to cling to hope, to do something, anything, in the face of desperation. Imagine being a parent, watching your children suffer and believing that just maybe a bit of earth could help them survive another day. It's heartbreaking, and it's a powerful reminder of how resourceful and sometimes desperate people can become. So next time you hear dirt poor, remember, for some, it was more than a saying. It was a harsh, gritty reality of survival. History isn't just about kings and queens, it's about the everyday people who did whatever they had to do just to see another sunrise. It's about the everyday people who did whatever they had to do just to see another sunrise. Thanks for watching. If you found this surprising, there's plenty more weird history out there just waiting to be uncovered. If you found this surprising, there's plenty more weird history out there just waiting to be uncovered. If you found this surprising, there's plenty more weird history out there just waiting to be uncovered. Clay, chalk, mineral-rich soil mixed with water formed into cakes, dried and eaten. A last resort that carried real danger. At its heart, it was about survival and love. People did what they could to protect those they loved. History remembers the powerful and the powerless. So when you hear dirt poor, remember what it once meant. For some, it was more than an expression, it was survival, a harsh reminder of history's realities. Thanks for watching. If you found this surprising, there's plenty more weird history out there, just waiting to be uncovered.